Saturday night. Saturday Night Live. Saturday night. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Still me a gun, bud. Still me a gun. That's nothing. Such a nothing joke. Yep. You know it. Hey, wait a sec. The tweet didn't work. I mean, it worked, but... Hold on, let's send that again. It worked, but it didn't attach the GIF. Gosh and heck it. Let's try that again. Der Puff is real. What the honking heck is happening? I'm sorry about this. But my Twitter is being a jerk. Saturday night. Okay. Saga. Attach. GIF. Tweet. There, I did it this time. Clap, clap. Okay, we can close you down now. Twitter's weird. Ugh. I'm gonna grab the appropriate files. Hey-o! Let me grab the pushes up glasses. Appropriate files for this endeavor. Some guy shouting Igumbago outside. Igumbogum. There he goes again. Igumbogum. And close my curtain. There we go. The sunlight is reflecting off the screen. And it's making me cream. There we go. Panzer Dragoon Saga, 1998. New game, continue. Nogame.
Cuido, Edge.
Nihil. Dinsilentia. Although some siakol.
Meliust prelidis, expedul.
Tunes cognitum lua. Quidu nostal.
Yeah, this is the this is the most expensive game
Posetu
to
cognitum.
buy for the Saturn now.
Zaedatus. En Ivo and Purgus. Devon est Peltina and Pania.
Devonum est lutema.
Es. De Peltina in Pania. Tues nostem praestem. Noster defensio. Hec. Exceller in Pelnia. Te omnio aude gescalde. Peril! Thurgus Besentis!
Hostis? Liquor?
栄華を誇った文明が滅んで数千年。かつての力を失った人類は自らが生み出した遺伝子改造による生物兵器に脅かされつつ黄昏の時代を過ごしていた。だが失われた文明の力を借りた帝国が出現した時から再び時代は回り始めた。帝国の手によって発掘された9世紀の兵器は人類の生存を脅かす多数の巨大生物を撃退し、再び我らの時代が来たと人々を歓喜させた。しかし力は欲望を生み、欲望は戦乱を生む。帝国と同じく9世紀の力を手に入れた周辺国家との戦争は深刻化の一途をたどった。自らの優勢を保つため、帝国は9世紀の遺跡の発掘を強引に進める一方で、帝都に大規模な研究機関を設け、わずかずつではあるが、古の時代の謎に迫ろうとしていた。Prosit seda, Devon. Arbo. The trader important. Awe. Pause the tema rebel prosit sed.
Municats! Muheoles Magwell Matthew! Yaxim!
Gada awe. Ena metos de iena delka. Kats venia deni. Kunipas. Action Velox.
Well, what? I've had some news to kick off a Wednesday. What's the news?
Laos de Porus Resta.
De nostra! Abo!
Tunges.
Laos es femi!
Jang Denis Clayman. Les Frota Festina. Ushe Centuria Venire.
Peritus!
Prosit Frasiva Impeni. Transia Postalis.
Meanwhile, the capital of the empire.
Icurium Dera Miliarium Barus. Ie Integrum Medium Civitas. Reateo Univer. Hu Ringu Sabta Ricia. Lauswing Potentia Fons. Forestium Importa.
Pialitus e crimen, nole motarsem impenia. Des Diolangius impenia banais, dicia Dev ergaterium. Impenia risur winter, teliu diu at refta.
Dena.
Faniba crimen, nor gescer de baniara praia teriu. Duva Escatanaus Gurigu Origu.
The one who controls Edge. What is your name? Enter. Is this my real name? Yeah, of course it is. The name is Poof. No! I'm not gonna put Poof. No. Everything isn't Poof. At least this game. Everything's dry and crunchy. It's time! This is, you press the A button to interact with stuff, so if you find stuff on the ground, you A button and A button again. To exit, you press the B button. Hold B button and you run. C button does the same as the A button. B button to cancel. And the X, Y, Z are camera positionals, as well as the L and R button. As you can see, we are level 1. Show item list. We have nothing, because we've just started. Well, apart from our, default stuff. Display map. Nothing, because we've been nowhere. Change settings, because we're epic. Don't forget to save state. Often, just in case. You're right. Although, all of that can be skipped with the press of a start button. So there's no need for that. If we crash, then we can hash brown. There's nothing inside. A handgun. An ancient gun with a dragon design. What's that down there? An elevator key. So these are like the chests of this game. These stone pillars. Okay. Blip. Blip. Shell plate. Nothing. This is like a tutorial. An elevator. It's locked. It won't move. I need one key. You have a key. Go. Oop. You need to be near an object as well. It's not like a point and click game where you can just click it anywhere. You need to be near it. Ride the elevator. And that's it for the tutorial for how to control your character. That's how you control Edge outside of battle. Really simple. That's a lot of hungry boys. Yo! It's a dragon! Can I look in Discord? No. I'm streaming, dude. I'm busy.
今のは乗れっていうのか。
above the excavation.
だいぶ流されたな。早く発掘所に戻らないと。だけどこのドラゴンどうやったら言うことを聞いてくれるんだろう。
You steer the dragon with left and right. You descend by pulling back and descend by pointing forward. You can see your elevation status on the right with that little red bar. Again, A button does the toggle thingy, so you can look at stuff. Pressing B is the thing that makes you go forward. Pressing Y brings up the map. Possible destination, unknown. So you can press Z to get like an idea of what it is you need to do. And that's pretty much it for how to control the dragon outside of battle. Solstarium. I forget how you access these. I don't think that's quite right. I have to come back to those. The last time I played this game was when I created that review for Sega Critic. That was years ago. An agent device. Save record? Yeah. This is how you save your game. Cartridge or internal RAM. StokeApe, level 1. We've been playing for 20 minutes. Yeah, I have seriously forgotten how to access that. Anyway. Blah. Enter. We're back at the dig. It's totally destroyed. There's my dragon. Looks like he's waiting for me. Yeah, he is, but we busy. We gotta go take a look around. There's a boing!
Taichou!
生きてたのか。よく無事で。
隊長、
早く行け。奴らは谷に沿って北へ向かってる。あの男、クレイメンたちを追え、本物の帝国軍が来る前に。
クレイメン？誰なんです、そいつは。それに、なんで追わなきゃならないんです。
帝国の特務部隊、黒い艦隊を率いる男の話を聞いたことが おそらくは奴がここを見れば帝国は俺たちを疑う。あの発掘物を奪回する以外お前の生き延びる方法はない。胸のポケット。そうだ。
隊長、これは。隊長？隊長？くそ。クレイメンめ。
About battle systems, well, I'm sure we'll figure it out. Telepathy shard. Imperial piece of crap. Yeah, we want as much stuff as we can in this game. It doesn't like to hold your hand. But there's lots of nooks and crannies to explore. Panzer. I should probably explain what's happening. You can set up a positionary around the enemies. I might die if I don't do this correctly. Probably am. Okay. Close call. Yeah, I know. What's stupid of me. You fly around enemies, which is what that little green and red circle was. So you've got to keep yourself in the safe zone whilst shooting around the enemies. There we go. Dragon lasers are too weak. I wasn't really aiming for that. Yeah, there we go. We got a revive, so that's good. Field map. There was stuff back there. Let's go get it. The little blue bar at the bottom is when I can use the dragon laser. However, as you saw when I was flipping through the menu, you can toggle between dragon laser and your Edge's gun. Some attacks work better than others, so you gotta experiment with the two. And I'm just gonna hover around here and I'm gonna grind because it makes sense. Why not get some XP whilst I'm here in the easy zone when I'm not even level 2 yet? Good fight. I think those little blues might be access to tunnels, perhaps? We've already been in here and got the treasure. Yes, they are. So they are alternative paths. Also, have you noticed that the map is blue and grey in some parts? You can be rewarded by excavating the entire map, and it counts as a percentage. So you can technically 100% this game. It is entirely possible. But we're not going to do that. It already takes long enough to beat this game. We're going to be playing this for a very long time. So get yourselves strapped in. Did I miss one? So they can keep regenerating all they want. As long as I stay in the ass of it, I'm good. Unless, of course, they maneuver around. In which case, if they do that, then I also have the choice to maneuver. But I can also attack 3 times per turn now, because I waited for my laser beam to charge. So, you know, there's that. Remember when I was like, gun sometimes does better against some enemies? Well, there you go. Leveled up. Yeah, we can't go that way because there's too much wind. And we are not strong enough to take out those fans yet. So... Baldur. Look at this gnarly bitch. It's so noisy, I wonder what this device is for. The rumbling, it stopped. Now the wind fans are turned off. And now these monsters can enter as well. I hope this wasn't a mistake. Well, you know it was. Canyon Deep Gulch. We're in a new area, boys! Ooh, a berserk micro. Oh my god, is this a raid? Oh dear. No! That's not what I wanted! Don't terrible bite me! they can attack on the sides. It's only the green areas that are completely safe. Yo! How are you doing? Oh, these guys are relentless. Yo, we got a raid! Yeah, I know. Thank you for the raid. I remember we agreed on how to pronounce your name. It's not Shits, is it? I'm pretty sure that's pretty rude. I don't want to call you Shits. Good, how's it going? It's going pretty well. I'm trying to remember how to play this game. It's been years since I've played through this. And I want to show it off because this is a really good RPG and people need to know it. Shots, that was it, yes! Yes, shots, I remember now. Oh no, why did I do that? Hi, Juice! No, I used to know somebody called Juice. Like, legitimately, that was their name. Not spelt juice as in, you know, the beverage. It was a Scandinavian name, I think. Close call. I need to check on my dragon's health. I think it's okay. That is not okay. Yeah, we need to give you a... There we go. That's good. Alright, let's go. Sorry for this camera angle, it's simply the area. I can't help it. It's supposed to build suspense, but I don't know, it ain't working. You can do this though. Whee! Oh god, it's a Balder Queen! Oh, we are in for some fight. No! Oh, we're in a bad spot. Move. We have to stay in the green. Don't let them get an inch. They could deck us easily. Woohoo! Great fight, if you say so. Hey, we got a lot of money for that. And we leveled up. Berserk Chain Laser! We haven't need to use Berserk yet. There's a passageway under the waterfall. If you say so, boss. An elixir, yeah. It's all good. Uh-oh. Okay. Any kind of reward this earlier on is good. I don't know if you noticed, but when I swizz around, there's a point where it says weak. And you can, if you aim right, get some shots off on a weak spot. But 9 times out of 10, a weak spot is in the red area where they can hit you. So unless you time it just right, you won't get red damage, but you'll also open yourself up to getting hit. So it depends on how you want to play this. You can play it safe, or do you want to go risky? You know what sucks? There is literally no other RPG in existence right now that you can buy or even emulate that plays like this. It's very unique. Boldor. And it makes me sad because I want more RPGs that play like this. It's really fun. Yo! Dude, we are definitely getting stronger. We can one-shot those guys now. Oh no, wrong way. Always keep an eye on where the green can be. Because red means they can hurt you. Red means if it isn't green, they can hurt you. If it's blank, they can hurt you, but not that much. If it's red, they can hurt you really badly. So just keep an eye out for that. You know, maybe a gun is better for this guy. No it's not. Yo! Level 4! Phantom Slashers! You know, we better... Once we get to town, look through all my berserk items and decide which one I think is the better. There's the chest. Another elixir. Can never run out of those. Boldor. Oh god! No! My little dude! Ain't you flippin' dare. Motherfuckers. So even if you want to shoot with your gun, it still costs a blue meter. So always keep an eye on that. The blue meter is your the blue meter is your enemy. The blue meter is your friend. Green and blue are your friends during battle. Why is this green here? What a bizarre thing. Boldor. I think you can run away from battle, but there really is no point. You might as well get as much XP as you can. Notice how some of these guys can completely cut the turn? And they can just fly right over you. Each enemy has their own flight pattern. Makes them difficult to work with sometimes, especially if you're fighting more than one enemy. Because if it's just multiple Baldors, they will all have the same fight and flight pattern. But as you saw before, fish. That does nothing. That's just fun. That's just a little bit of fun you can do. So if you're fighting multiple enemies, they will have multiple fight and flight patterns, so your constantly juggling between how they attack and how they move. And sometimes it's very tricky to understand where the safest place can be and where the best place can be to attack. I would call this a strategy RPG, but it's not a strategy RPG in the traditional sense. It's very different. Excellent! Whoops, wrong button. Okay, are we back? That was random. There was no warning, no anything. That was just cut off. How bizarre. Alright, well, let's carry on then. That was... Unit 2! Alex... An Alexa Medis Energy Prism. Colonel. Nice chat. Okay, we're live? Are we online? Is that something I can shake my fist to and be happy with? We back? What the hell is happening? Oh yeah, the game crashed, by the way, when the stream died. Continue. So we're back to being level 2. I don't remember where we were. Okay, the fans were being icky. It was a combination of Twitch and Crash Bandicoot. I'd like to believe that, I really would. Let's wait up for this to charge up fully. Save state every couple of fights, you got it. You got it, chicken burrito. It shouldn't take us too long to get back. Providing that everything stays okay. We weren't that far ahead. We got through this area, did some fights, fought a big boogly, and then we ended up in the water area. There wasn't really any big game-changing events. We were still technically within the first dungeon. So that should be okay. Question mark? Rob's chin? Rob's chin like a sailor? Loses viewers because they'd rather be somewhere else than put up with technical difficulties? I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Whoops. Okay. We going! Yeah, we're back at the Deep Gulch Canyon, so things should be okay. How's my dragon's health? It's okay. It's okay. Okay, I need to see something. I forget how you do this. I don't think I can yet. Yeah, you can change how your dragon looks based on its power. But I'm trying to understand something. Ah, fuck it, we'll figure it out. Bull door. Cool. This is a select navigator. Do you see the white thing on the top right hand corner of the map? That is the navigator. So if I need to be somewhere and I don't know how to get there, I've forgotten, I can set the navigator back to the crash site. I don't need to go back there, it's just a destination they've attached. But at some point during the game, I will probably need to go and revisit places. Yeah, it's sad, emulator. Welcome back to the world of Porgamentis! Thank you, Shots. Yeah, well, Brandon, there is hope. Because the people that are remastering Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2 did say if they make enough money from the remakes, which is already looking really promising, they are going to remaster Saga. And I say it's looking good because they made double the amount of profit that it took them to develop the first remake. So it's already looking really good. So if we could get the same profit margins when they remaster the second game, We're looking good. Ah! Damn acid! Stop. Stop with the acid. Alright, he did. No! Level 3, 3. Welcome to 3th. And seeing how there isn't a save point here, which there kind of should be, it's a boss thing, I'm a save state. So let's go. This game looks really nice. It is the nicest looking game for the Saturn, by far. This and Nights into Dreams often clash when people compare the two games. So which is the nicest looking game? Those two always clash. I say you can't compare the two because one's gritty and trying to be realistic with dragons and shit, whilst the other is a dreamscape. So not really a fair comparison if you ask me. But that won't stop people from talking. Gas! Death! Death to all! Death to all who oppose my giant flapping shrimp. I used to think when I was a kid that the dragons were just evolved shrimp. Because that's what they kind of look like. They look like prawns, shrimps. But dragony. Okay, I need to keep on top of this guy's health. How are we doing? Okay, we're half. That's not too bad. If it gets less than quarter of the way, then we'll start panicking. Nah! Okay. Let's give my dragon some medicine. There we go. Good! Now we just got our medicine back, so we are good. Oh, I should probably mention the top right hand corner. When we see it again, I'll explain. Because you see a little mini-map during world exploration mode, and sometimes there's a coloured hue to that map, like it'll be red, green, yellow. That just means the likelihood of seeing monsters. So if it's red, then really likely, but yellow, not so likely, green, you're gonna, but unlikely, and if there's no hue, then there aren't any. You've been playing Fall Guys and the on Steam. THPS. You're gonna have to tell me what is. Fall Guys servers were absolutely horrific to net. Wow, really? I have heard that Fall Guys has been having some issue since it got popular. But not because that isn't their fault, because they it's a really small team. They didn't have a lot of money. They just made it because it's fun. But now that it's exploded and now they're super rich, they haven't got the service to support everybody. So they're gonna have to use some of that. Gonna have to use some of that game dev money to get better server support. I'm sure it's a nice surprise for them. I'm pretty sure they weren't expecting this to blow up the way it did. Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Ah! Yeah, Brandon's been playing plenty of... that green dude, I mean. Yeah, green dude still needs to show me the cheats he unlocked. Fucking massive skater and mini skater. I really want to see that. It's going to be super funny! But it's the Blob 2 tonight, so that's unlikely. Gosh and heck it. Oh, I see. So, ah! Oh, that's a lot of damage! That's a lot of damage! As you approach, the giant enemy crab will clap its face and become Angus. Close call, it bloody was. Okay. Oatcakes. Give you a little bit of medicine because you're a good boy. You're a good flying shrimp. I need to find a way to hook up stream events to Gamecaster, because right now I don't know if anybody is spending any of the in-chat currency. I can see stuff like follows, subscriptions and such, but none of the fun stuff. So, so if that happens today, I'm gonna have to just pretend and imagine. Unless there's something I can do right now. Nope. You're saving for that doodle? Which doodle? Because there's the sketch version, or there's the full colour. I can always check later, because when I end the stream I can go into mod view and check the queue for certain goddamn, for certain things that happen in chat. The quick doodle one, sweet. But that's no good here. Down to the 60, so there's that. Those appear in chat. They don't on this thing. I have an idea for colour doodles, just you're gonna like. Oh no. The last person who said that said they wanted me to draw feet. So you better be right when you say I'm gonna like it. Sketch doodle is 5k and colour doodle is 15k. That's right. The in-between, the 10k, was going to be a simple line sketch, but I thought, why bother? You either get, it's either one way or no way at all. It's like 5 is the roughest of sketch doodles, whilst 15 is a finished product. why would you settle for the halfway point when you could simply wait for the 15? So that's why I never implemented the 10k one, because it just seems stupid. It's like, yeah, you can have the drawing, but it's not coloured in. Another Boulder Queen. At least these give off good XP. Until it spits out some brood. Ugh. No! Why did I do that? There it is. Great fight! Level 5! Holy Sphere! Okay, we're safe stating that. Hopefully, if they do remake Panzer Dragoon Saga, they'll give us the option to save anywhere. Because I know it's I know we're kind of used to it now, RPGs where you get to save anywhere you like. But, you knowst. Okay, we are pretty much done exploring here. Though it seems a little odd. That's all. That there wouldn't be something right at the end of this bit. Just saying is all. Oh look, there's an actual save. What? No. Stop! Stop saving! You don't... Feckin'... Yo, we got a cutscene, baby! What's my thoughts on Fire Emblem? I think it's okay. I'll play it, but it's, yeah, I think thanks to my brainwashing upbringing with Sega stuff, it's not exactly my first pick. What's wrong, Shrimp? There's somebody wrapping up a storm over those hills. Though, I've said this before in other streams, a lot of medieval settings for me are kind of bleh. They have to be extremely unique or hold some sort of theme or motif to make it interesting. Because I think Knights and Wizards and stuff on its own is really crap. Just not into it. Oh shit! That's why I'm not a big fan of Dark Souls, honestly, because it's like you're a knight fighting monsters. Who saw that coming? You love medieval? That's exactly... Well, that'll do it then, won't it? Sometimes it does it for me, though. Like, I really love Berserk, but that's because it's extremely gritty and it's not your traditional type of medieval setting at all. What else is there? Elder Scrolls. I give Elder Scrolls a pass because it tries to do something different with its lore and shit, but it's I don't know. Sometimes I play an Elder Scrolls game and I'm really into it. I'm like, yeah, these monsters are cool. Or wow, this sword is really cool. And then the rest of the time I'm like, ah! Fucking sick of fighting skeletons! But whatever. That's just me. The oh no. The same argument can be made for anybody else who says the same thing about sci-fi settings and such. There we go, that does better damage. It's just my taste. Okay. Okay, so it's Big Booba is its weak point. Oh, stupid. Mabby! Oh no, it's gonna big boom! Oh shit. Let go! He's just a boy! Ah, it's blocked. I didn't notice that before. I thought it was just an open gap, but it's greyed out. So I'm simply not allowed to go in that direction. My bias also breaks through my brainwashing as well, because some of the medieval stuff that Sega's done, I've simply just not been a fan of. What the hell is a merge? Charge shit. Oh! Master gave Dobby a sock. Dobby is free. I like Harry Potter because of how ridiculous it is. I can really get into it because it's so... It does not take itself seriously at all, it's the best. There's something really charming about a little flippin'... Woo! There's something really charming about a flippin' little goblin jumping around with a sock and him being excited about it. There was one moment in Harry Potter though where I was like, this is cringe, I can't take this, and that was when it was, I think it was the 4th book, and what happened was there was a bit of awkward tension between Ron and Hermione because Hermione took somebody else to the Wizard Witch's ball prom thing, I forget what it was, and as I was reading it I was like, this is a bit too teen crushy for me. Can we get back to the wonderful wizardry of wonderful witch magic? And that was the only time I was like, I'm not into this. So I skipped a chapter at that point, but after that I was down for the whole ride after that. I was good with that. The rest of the saga's great. I wasn't really into the whole teen romance bits. I thought it could do without that. You could have had that right at the end, honestly. You could have squeezed it all in.
うわこりゃ一体あんたのドラゴンなのか
Lord of the Rings, but wait, Harry Potter, but Lord of the
な
Rings
ぜか言うことは聞いてくれ
is
る
my go-to. What? Oh, right. Yeah, Lord of the Rings is pretty fun. Have you heard about that Gollum game? I hope we get to see some gameplay of that, because we've only seen a CG trailer,
こいつがあれば
and it doesn't really show much. CG trailers are just kind of hype.
帝国とも戦える
Hype initiators, they don't really do much. So I hope we get to see some gameplay.
ちょっと待てよ人違いだってクレーメンのなんかじゃない俺はシーカーだ
シーカー
He's actually doing the mocap?
おいおい
Wow.
気が悪いな
I hope we get to actually, you know, Gollum around,
あの宝の
you know, hunting fish, stuff like that.
そのシーカーのあんた
And then Harry gets with Ginny.
仲間との合流地点に向かって
I thought the Ginny plotline was fucking weird. As a side plot, as a B plot, Harry getting with Ginny was a bit like, this is a bit rushed. Like all the other romances made sense because of how the book set them up. But I always thought the Harry Ginny thing was kind of just like, I don't know, seemed a bit forced. But whatever.
いや何そう遠くはないカイナスの村って言って
No story is perfect.
このすぐ南さそんなに警戒すんなよ
Ginny had a crush. Harry didn't really know how to deal with that sort of thing.
力になるぜ
So instead of just searching his feelings and discovering what kind of person he was first, he just went for it.
わかった
The end.
だけどその村に行くだけだ
Whereas Ron and Hermione went through a complex diary of arcs and twists and turns to discover what kind of people they were and who they were in relation to each other, and that's how they achieved their romance.
ガシュでいい
But
こう見えても
what do I know?
あたりの情報には詳しいんだ
I only review media for a fucking living.
先のこと
Better love story than Twilight.
なんだって教えてやるぜ
I read the first quarter of Twilight and I couldn't stop laughing because of how fucking, because I thought it was a comedy the way it was written, and then I started talking to people about it and they were taking it so seriously. It's like, oh no, I can't talk to people about this. Anyway, here's the world map. We've got the valley, we got the excavation site, we've got above the excavation site, so this is where we started the game. We can go back to these places whenever we like. But anyway, the village! Let's go! Let's do some RPG stuff now. Walking around town, talking to everybody to unlock the next part of the game. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and then I watched the Twilight movie. Watched it all the way through, but passively. I was just sitting there looking at it being like, this is... And then I turned around to somebody who was like, you know, they made 4 more of these, and I fucking spat shit everywhere. It was one of those things where I completely cut myself off from the public media. And about 6 years later, they go, you know, the last Twilight movie's being made, and then I have a flashback. It's like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Forgot about that.
構成生物
I was busy.
化け物どもさだがなんで突然
Oh god, you actually went to the cinema? Oh no! You paid big bucks.
俺はこの辺りを調べてくる悪いがもう一晩だけ付き合ってくれ
When was the last time I went to the cinema? It was last winter. I went with a friend to see Joker. And we almost got kicked out because we laughed at a really inappropriate moment. My condolences. Oh, you went with your mom? Okay, that kind of makes sense. I've noticed that Twilight and stuff like that, for some reason, does really, really well with that generation, and not the generation that it was targeted at. It's a bizarre thing. Yeah, Joker was great. I want to see it again on my own after. I know, going to the movies on your own, yeah, meme, but I really wanted to go, and everybody else was busy, so I just went on my own.
で、こんなのと一緒に旅をすることになったのか。
The last time I went to the cinema, you watched Frozen 2. Any good? Because unlike Frozen 1, where everybody was like, it's amazing, wah! I didn't hear anybody talk about Frozen 2, so what was it like? Was it the part where he killed the dude in his apartment? No. God almighty, you guys are going to probably think I'm a monster for this, but I'm going to tell you the part where me and friend were screaming into our hoodies, trying to not let everybody else know why we were laughing. It's near the beginning, where it's still establishing characters. It's the part where it shows off where he works as a performer, a clown performer, and he's in the locker room just doing stuff, you know, interacting with the other employees and getting his stuff together out of the locker and stuff. I think it's end time. I think it's the end of the day or something. I forget. But one of the largest heavy-set fellows makes a joke about somebody being short, and I forget what the joke was. It wasn't the joke that made us laugh. It was the hard cut to the extremely short fellow, because we were both expecting, like, synced minds. We were expecting somebody to just be like, I don't know, 5'2", just an unfortunately short man. But no, this man was a legit, had dwarfism, so he was like 3'2", and it completely upset the tone of the film for us. Because throughout the whole thing, we were just expecting this gritty, emotional thing, and then rip, boof, fucking slapstick comedy, and we were both there just like, fucking feel so bad about it, but it took us by surprise, and everybody in the cinema was like, shut the fuck up. It's like, I can't help it, I'm crying. And then some guy came in and was like, please calm yourselves down, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. It's like, okay, we're sorry. It was unexpected. It wasn't the context, it was the setup that got us. But we settled down and we watched the rest of the film like good boys. It was fine. Okay. Here's a joke, Jim. Bang. It is a good movie, I would say, but can't help but feel the songs were some forced and much. That's strange. Normally Disney songs are the best there is, as far as music goes. So, I don't know. Movies are weird. We're at the campsite. Dragon is recovering. Look at that blue ass recover. Okay, now this is kind of like the hub for us. So we got our little tent right now, where we can save game, which we're gonna. There we go. If we just walk out of the line, we get to go somewhere. Campfire is burnt down. Wait a minute. Yeah, we'll give you a lift in a minute. I just want to do some stuff. No. Crossing the desert, about Kramer. I don't really want any of your information, thanks. I think somebody new who's playing this would probably want that information, but I don't. Anyway, you can interact with the dragon. Should I give him a name? Let's name the dragon! Come on. I want the chat to choose. We gotta name the dragon. Just the size song seemed a bit unnecessary. Dobby! I'm I'm down for Dobby if everybody else is. Dobby's a good one. Unless somebody can think of a better name, we're doing calling him Dobby. Oh, I'm starting to fill it in. You guys can. Oh Jesus. Let's give it a few more minutes. Well, I say minutes, give it a few more seconds. Last film I saw at cinema was Joker, but the film before that was Rambo Last Blood. Any good? Did you like it? Did you think it was scuba-dicious? Okay. I think I've waited long enough for somebody to give me another name. Steven? Come on, man. Can't just give it a human name. It's a flipping dragon. Olaf is also a good one. Nah, Dobby good. Dobby means brave. Fly shrimpy bow. But nothing tops, but I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna have to agree. Fly shrimp bow. Yeah. Dobby's a good one. Okay. Do I like Spyro? Yeah. I think he's happy. He likes that we called him Dobby. Do I like Spyro? Yes, I do like Spyro. He's still in the same mood. Okay, so we don't need to pet him. Sometimes when you get into battles and your dragon doesn't do too well in like the fray, his mood will go down, which will affect his performance. But he seems to be in a good mood, so we don't really need to pet him. Yeah, he seems to be in the same mood, so the option to pet him is not there. Rock and roll. Give me some Berserker micros. Yeah, it's fine. I don't want any more information, thanks. We're going to save, and then we're going to continue with the game. Rambo was great. The last 20 minutes were crazy. Shit, dude, I really want to watch it now. Because whenever you've recommended me a film, it's always been good. Like Train to Busan, even though it was such a heartstrings puller. My God, it was such a good film. Harry Potter must not go back to school. Harry Potter must never suffer. And Harry's like, ugh! And hits him on the head with a spoon. It's full of camping equipment. Okay. Leave the camp. Yep. I thought we agreed we were going to go to the desert together, unless I have to wait till nightfall. Which is my favourite Spyro? Well, that's a tough pick. I would say 3 for its content because there's so much. 1 for its world building because I love it, and 2 for its progression. 2 does really well with the pacing. 3 is a bit all over the place with its pacing because you can skip a lot, but the amount of crap you can do in 3 is outstanding, and 1 is tremendous because I think it has the best worlds. There you go, that's my answer. Let's wait till nightfall, fuck it. Drain to precise, incredible. Can't believe it's getting a sequel. It is? I didn't know that. I didn't know it was getting a sequel. Also, check this out. If I press X, you can see where Kramen's fleet is, the enemy. The end of that dot right there. So you get an idea of where he went after the start of the game. So the bottom left at those blue dots, where he ransacked the excavation site and left us for dead. He's gone shwee, and now he's up on top of those mountains. I think that's a little nice touch because it's like, ooh, 2 destinations. Anyway. Nice answer. I'd like you. There you go. Oh, a follow, thank you. Let's go to the... I know it says Garlic Desert, but it's garlic. We're going to the Garlic Desert. Okay, gamers. This is where shit starts to get a bit weird. There are worms afoot. And you can see them as well. Sandworms! Just like the past 2 games. Inanid Swarm. The red one's the queen! She's pretty mean. Oh yeah, shit, I completely forgot. The swarm gets replaced whenever you shoot it down, so you got to be... There it is! Where am I from, by the way? The UK. The great British island of the Ook. Where everything stinks of oil. Seriously, everything smells like olive oil here. It's fucking gross. I don't know why people just don't wash themselves. It's not hard. Soap and a sponge is not expensive. Anyway, enough of my ramblings. You're from the UK too, but you're in Japan. Oh. That's Green Dude's dream. He wants to move there. Strider pack. Oh god. Watch out for the one with the horns. They'll bite you. It's nice here, but too hot. I imagined it would be a little toasty. There we go. That's a tricky one. You're gonna take them all out at once. Yeah, I've heard Japan's summers can be crazy hot. More like a 200-degree oven, fuck me. Really? It's bonkers. Sunken ship from the ancient age. More like a sunken dip. High five, gamers. I'm not a big fan of these screaming worms. I mean, no, I know worms scream anyway. I'm just, yeah, it puts me on edge. Don't like it. Anyway, we got to take out these worms. They're like mini bosses.
ワンそうかエチここはワームの巣だ奴らは危害を加えなきゃおとなしいもんだワームとじゃれてないで先を急ごうぜ
Stop messing with the worms and be on our way. But I want worms. Nah, I don't. I'm not arsed with the worms. Though I am wondering what on fuck I need to do with this. Maybe I do need to interact with the worms. Though I am going to save state before I start tickling some worms. Just like my daddy always used to say. Don't go tickling worms, son. They'll bite you. It's like, I know, Dad, but they look so funny. Tad confused. Has it really been this long since I've been here that I've completely forgotten what it is I need to do?
このコブまさかズースか
ズースなんだ
見てればわかる
It's the most disgusting thing alive. Oh god. If any of you got tryptophobia, you might want to look away. Alaskan bollworm.
こいつも構成生物なのかどうやって戦えばいいんだこんなやつ
弱点がどこかに隠されてる
What a bit of tap, a bit of...
そこを集中攻撃する
Yeah, I hope it goes well.
頼んだぞエイジ
I hope it goes well for him as well. It is simply not fair. Scalding breath! More like scalding heck.
あれが弱点だ
There it is! The weak point! Wait up my gauge for 3. And blast ass! Yeah! Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Go. Eat your medicine, Dobby. God, it's still alive. There we go. Great fight, if you say so. 103 XP though. Holy smokes. Look at that worm go. He's a good worm.
Eiji, 見てみろ。
あれが抜け穴？
そうだ。ちょうどいい。後を追いかけよう。
Let's go where the worm go and maybe we can go. Save state. Anything can happen. Together desires and goal might change. That's true. I thought I'd be happy if I became morbidly obese. And now that I am, I don't feel fulfilled. Things change. So now I'm streaming and making a video game. I'm gonna see if that works. Probably not though. Now then. It's this nonsense again. I'll just do what I did last time. Just kite him. Wait until my 3 charges. Get round the arse end and then blast! It didn't work! I was lied to! Ah, there we go. Level 6! Fucking hell! Dude, leveling up at any integer is a good with a pog. Scavengers. Uh-oh. No! Stop! Police! I've got to give him some juice. Ugh. Keep up the Japanese. Yes. Learn a piece every day. In fact, this just goes for anybody learning anything. Do a bit every day. Every day. Just a bit. Not that I think I need to tell any of you guys. I hope my stats wears off. I don't like being paralyzed. It makes me want to puke! That is your advice too? Then it must work. If more than one person says it's a good idea, it must work. That's not true by the— Whoa! Get in the green. No! I need to have them all turn around, please. No, not like that. This is going badly really fast. No! Okay, we're good for a bit. No, I shot the wrong one! Good. Goodness gracious. Narrow escape. You're telling me that was terrible? I need to learn how to fight those things pronto. Feckin' Taliban spaggers. I'm doing that since my Genki textbooks in a couple of months. I recommend didn't use Genki, but I heard good stuff about them. You know, that does ring a bell, that company. Actually, I don't know if it's a company, but
ワームの妖精を助けんのか？構成生物なんざほっときゃいいのによ。
いいじゃないか。人助けみたいなものだし。
if I didn't save the baby worm, then we wouldn't get this epic worm being a worm. See? Who's stupid now? Been used variety of things. Some language programmers on the NHK are very good. Oh, the very good others. Cool. Nope. This is the slowest way of doing it, but it's the safest. I'd rather deal with a bunch of flying towels than getting paralyzed by Gungo and Stringy. Yeah, that makes sense. More or less at the point where words are good enough for me. Oh god, it's a bunch of those. But... No! Dobby doesn't deserve any of this pain. I think these guys are anti-laser, but I need to make sure. Nope. Okay. Yes. It would look good on your CV, yeah. It would just prove, like, hey, I passed the test. So, you know. Okay, so this is the one where I have to avoid being a scrungy. Ah, God, they're still coming. I heard from someone that when you pass it, it was just about passing a test on the Japanese. Ah. Well, there. Level 7! Shit, sorry about that belch. I don't know where that came from, I'm sorry. It came from the realm of Pergamentus. Okay, we've got less than an hour of this game left. I hope everybody watching has enjoyed what they're seeing so far, because I really want this game to get more well known than it already is. Panzer Dragoon Saga really needs a re-release. It's criminally underrepresented. Sega needs to be made aware, or more aware than they already were, that this shit will sell. What's this epic creature? Did you know that a creature with features is nothing more than a beach? Yes. There we go, that's what I wanted. I knew there would be more. I know there's 5 tests, maybe the first one is somewhat easy. Oh! This is crazy! Okay, that wasn't so bad. Those ones can get really bad if you let them. Aha! I really need to work out how to use my berserk. I swear I used to know. Well, maybe I can't yet. Maybe it's too early in the game. Yeah, I can't even customize my weapon yet. I think it's way too early in the game to be customizing my dragon and my weapons and my smeppins and haggans. We haven't even made it to the village, we can't even trade items yet. Oh, it's this thing again, God's sake. I need to eat. I can't eat! Oh yeah, I need a blue to eat, I forgot. No! Okay, this thing needs to die right now. Forget my health. There we go. How many days would you think I'll be streaming this? Jesus. Longer than I should be. I had to decide on, because there's a few RPGs on this system, and I had to make the executive decision of which RPGs are going to be left on the sideline for another day, and which ones are going to be represented in Saturn September. And I chose this one.
ああだけど水脈への入り口が
I want to be streaming this for 3 days minimum, but at the same time, I don't see that.
他の異物に同調したんだどっかであれと同じような形をした異物が作動を始めたはずだそいつを探そうぜ
It's probably going to be a really long time before we finish this game. But if that's the case, then we'll mix it up. We'll like do 2 days of this, do some other Saturn stuff, and then come back and finish it and keep going. We'll have it like an ongoing series during Saturn September. Well, I gotta go and get some sleep, bro, because you're in the Japanese and all. See you around and good luck with the STEMI. Keep having fun. Okay. I'll see you soon, Juice. Have a good sleep. I wonder. Actually, I don't need to wonder. The end. Voila. You know what, now that we're down here and it's all spooky, let's have a look. Good. Oh yeah, there's a bestiary. You can have a look at all the things you've killed. But we're not gonna do that. Just wanted to show that off. Just wanted to, you know, point that in your direction. Night, dude. I would say night, but it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Good night. Good bike. And wait a minute. Is it? I forgot that Japan is... How far in the future is Japan? I forget. How many hours? Pack it. Feck it all to feck. You can hear the Daytona theme already. Did you hear something? It smells! Yeah, I heard it. Nani? Cool pollen. I'm pretty sure this is in aid of something. But for what? I couldn't tell you. Now then. That leads to that business. That leads to that business. And that business is over by the fitness. Are we still streaming? Wait a second. Is this still good? Yeah, apparently it's still good. Alright then. Uh-oh. What-oh? What's happening? Hello? Could anyone try speaking? Yes? No? Yes? No? Hello? What happened? Ah, whatever. Good thing he saved it. I'm not sure what it is I saved. My ass, maybe? Yeah, I need to work out stuff. I need to know why Twitch can suddenly... Don't want that weird thing to happen again. I don't want Twitch to suddenly just cut me off. But it's difficult to tell if Twitch will suddenly cut me off because I don't have the creator desk open. Only the broadcaster. So it's difficult to tell what's up and what's down. I'm flying blind. I'll wait for this to build up. Level 8! See, that thing dropped to like a red pollen. So I'm hoping it'll happen again, but who knows. Who goes, who blows on the snippy toes? Oh, it's these epic things again. At least they die quick. Just gotta get the orientation right. There's a lot of damn enemies here. A lot of them.
やつは背中が弱点だ。よく狙えよ。
Cool. Yeah, save point. A save donut. Alexa meds. Alexa meds. Well, it might as well be. Plodger. Yeah. Another pludge. Good. I think I'm getting a bit too strong for this area. But I don't care. I like being overpowered in RPGs. Makes me feel like a man. Yeah. Easy. D Unit 4.
やった砂が吹き飛ばされていく。
ここの遺跡を越えれば砂漠も終わり。あとは地下をまっすぐ飛ぶだけだ。気楽に行こうぜ。
Yeah, we're not going there yet. There's a piece of goo somewhere. Where did it go? There it is. I want all the stuffs. Give me them. More over here. No, that's the way back. Okay. In we go. Yeah.
すごい。地下にこんな空洞があるなんて。なんだこの青いやつは。
廃州？おかしいな。この規模の遺跡ならもっとまともなやつがいるはずだ。まあいい。さっさと片付けて先を急ごうぜ。
Boss. Mobile form. Japan. Maybe my gun is better. No, it's not. It does worse. Probably should wait until my third charge. And then let it all go at once. There's nowhere to go. Oh, that's such damage. That's a lot of damage. Defense form. Okay, I think I should probably grab a few cans of Pepsi from the bag. There we go. It's a big bitch. Ah! Okay, that's not too bad. We can afford to take a few more of those. Okay, so his defense form is rather... Okay, we're gonna need some Pepsi. Ah. Defense form, I see. Right then. Though, you can probably blast off its wings, which is something I might think I should... definitely should do. So this is going to take a while. Parasites coming in. Mobile form, okay. So we're back doing exceptional damage. It's gonna kill me. Ah, no, that's not too bad. Not too long now. Shit, he's doing its quake. Right. Pepsi! Okay, that's pretty good. Not as bad as before. Complete form. That's it. I wanted you to make the move. Because if I swoosh right in... If I swoosh, then I have to take another turn to attack. But if you maneuver around me, you rest, and then I can attack. That's it. Get the fuck? He down! You big floppy!
やったなエッジこれでなんとか砂漠が越えられる
Our boy is evolving! Yes! Laser rank up! Look at all this stuff! Fuck yes.
なんだ一体。
ガシあれ
That was our first proper boss. All the other bosses before were kind of like mid-bosses. Even the one at the dig sites was kind of like meh.
不死身かやつ
But this was the first one that actually, like, you needed to use health items and stuff.
何変形した
He's in his defense form. Attack! Yo! Yes! Now he's back to his normal.
状況に応じた変形能力かやっぱりこいつはえいやなんでもないそれより早いとこ地上に戻ろうぜ遺跡の出口は目の前だ
Now, new possibilities are available to our dragon. He can change form. We can access berserk type attacks and buffs.
じゃあ
An entirely new way of battle is now ready.
おかげでなんとか生き延びられそうだシーカーってのは冷たいやつが多くてな約束の時間までに着かなかったやつは死んだことにされちまうのさああそうだ
A blue thing.
そいつを持って東に飛びなそこにキャラバンがいるはずだそれを見せれば力になってくるまあドラゴンを隠していったらの話だけどな短い間だったが面白かったぜまたお互い生きていたらどっかで会おう
We're at camp. Yo, does my dragon need pets? Yeah, he needs pets. I think he's happy. He looks healthy today. He only needed one pet. That's pretty good. He's a good boy. He's a good Dobby. No. We want... Save. Look at that. Look at that circle. It's filling up. Okay, how much time have we got? We've got 40. We've got 20 more minutes until the stream ends. Leave camp. Caravan. Garlic Desert. Okay, go to the caravan, which is just another way of saying mobile village. There we go. Now we can actually do RPG shit. Hello there, little boy.
新しいハンターだね。俺たちと一緒に来るんだろ？
いや、そういうわけじゃないけど。
なんだ、つまんねえの。まあいいや。俺、遠隔ってんだ。よろしくな、ハンターの兄ちゃん。
Okay, Enkak. Enter this tent. Yo, what's cracking, Biznwich?
代金を払いに来たのかい？
Buy something or get out.
僕の金なんかこっちからお断りだよ。
Don't accept Imperial currency. But that's all I have! It's okay. Don't worry about it. Hello?
さっきの奴らの仲間か。そのペンダントはなんだ、ガッシュの仲間か。わしはまたさっきの奴らかと。なら話は別だ。とりあえず座ってくれ。クレイメンか。ガッシュのやつ、たまに誰かよこしたと思えば、いつも面倒を持ち込みやる。まったく。クレイメンかどうかは知らんが、それらしいのなら3日ほど前に来た。
本当に？
薬や武器を強奪して生きよった。皆が殺気立っておるのはそのせいだ。奴らなら北へ、禁止区域へ向かっていったよ。
禁止区域？
It's forbidden because it's stinky.
重力の嵐が吹き荒れてる地域がある。9世紀の遺跡があるらしいんだが、自由に飛行することが難しくて、帝国軍も近づけない。噂じゃ、見たことのない高生生物も出るらしいんで、禁止区域と呼ばれておる。まあ、放っておいたって、奴らも高生生物どもにやられるってことだ。
それでも僕は行きます。クレイメンにせめて一撃でも加えたい。
わしらにも事情がある。あんたをそこへ連れて行くことはできんが、まあ、できる限りのことはしよう。バイカにとっておきの武器を売るように言っておく。奴なら9世紀のことも多少は知ってる。見た目はともかく中身は頼りになるやつだからな。
ありがとう。
礼はいい。ただ、もし生きて帰ってこられたら、禁止区域で拾ったものをわしらに売ってくれんか。武器や薬が足りんのだ。
There we go. Event fulfilled.
申し遅れたが、わしの名は暗喩だ。ここには気軽に立ち寄ってくれ。ただし、面倒は持ち込まんでくれよ。わしらもあんたの事情には口を挟まん。
That's fair to me. That's all I've ever wanted out of life.
新顔だな。取引に来たのかい？俺ラウルってんだ。ここの雇われハンターさ。
He's snoring. Enter. Now will you let me browse your goods? Yay, make a deal. Buy.
なんだ。
Hey, that's not what I wanted. Let me back in! Okay. Got 2 in stock. 5 cures the stop thing. Mesmerizes enemies. No, I'm pretty good. I already have 1 of these.
なんだ。
I might have some shit to sell though. No. Elixir, no. 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 No monetary value, but can be exchanged for some money. There we go. I have 8 of these. There you go. An element to used as a source of energy. Keep. Shower plating used as armor and military weapon. Keep. Keep. Telepathy shard. Excuse me. Provides the user with the knowledge of its enemy's condition. We're good. Let's go back to buy though. I would like. Oh, God damn it! Get out of my head. Okay, I would like some more Pepsi, if you wouldn't mind. I'll take 7.
何かあったら
Stop by any time. Okay. Leave the caravan, wait till morning. Wait till morning, it's safe here. We can go straight to the Forbidden Zone. Or we can be a good boy. Now then. See this? We can change our dragon's form to whatever we want. We have attack, defense, speed, and agility. Agility is how many times we can move around in a circle. So you can have it right dead center. Full attack but no speed. All the speed but we're weak. Honestly, I never messed with this. I just left Dobby the way he was. Dobby. It's so stupid. There we go. We can equip this to our gun. Power 98, but with the Mauler 118. Berserk list. I think we can use these during battle now. So the BP Berserk points allow us to do some crazy shit. But we didn't have access to this until, you know, our dragon grew up a little bit. So what we're gonna do is take a big fat save and call it a day. And we'll go to the Forbidden Zone tomorrow. Hey Dobby. I'll just let him sleep for now. Yeah. You're good, yeah, you fucking Dobby. Okay. 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 I think that's everything for today. I'm gonna have to download multiple streams and splice them together because of the stream dropping out. So I'm gonna have to open up an old editing software. Weird. Okay. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.